What's up guys, and welcome to a new video. So today we're going to be going over my brand new 2024 Tohatsu MFS 30D, and we're going to be doing some prop testing on this boat today. Right now I ran the stock prop, which was an aluminum 13 pitch. Right now I'm running a Powertech SRA3, as you can see there. So it's a 10 by 13, or I'm sorry, it's a 10 by 14 SRA3 blade. So we also have, we have a 3 blade there, and then we also have here, we have the 10 by 13 Powertech as well. Show you that. So that is a Powertech SRA4. So these are essentially the same prop, except this is the one on the right is going to be a 4 blade, and the one on the left is going to be a 3 blade. This one's a little bit heavier, but should have better grip on the water. We're going to do some testing today. We're going to do hull shot testing. We're going to do top speed testing. We're going to do speeds at certain RPM testing. My plan today is to be able to get better grip with this, even if it's the same speed as I get with the 14 pitch 3 blade. If I could get better grip, I would be more efficient and I would have a better hole shot. So numbers are looking good on paper. It's really hard to say until you try this on the water with different boats and different weights and everything. So we will see. So first we're gonna go out and try the 3 blade. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll do a hole shot test and give you an idea of the speeds that we're getting with that, and then you can kind of calculate the slippage. Right now, from what I know, I'm doing a little bit less than 20% with the 3 blade, which isn't ideal, but not horrible in the grand scheme of things. So if we could get this 4 blade down below 15, possibly 10% slip, it would be phenomenal, because I have a feeling that the hole shot on this one is going to be much more significant, but we won't know until we get out on the water. So let's go ahead and do that now. And as always, wear your safety lanyard. Safety first. So once we get out here into the main part of the lake, what we'll do is I'll probably do hole shot first, because I'm going to hole shot every time I get up on plane anyway. So what I'll do is I'll go 0 mile an hour and I'll show you on the Simrad, and most of the video will be from the Simrad, and I'm going to basically show you from 0, and then I will say once I'm playing. You should be able to tell, but really, and also I should tell my my trimmed all the way down RPMs as well, because that's where my lowest RPMs at wide open throttle are going to be. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There's going to be a lot of numbers here. If you guys are into this kind of thing, then I think you'll appreciate this video, especially for people that have bought this motor, because there's not a lot of testing done on this motor yet. So yeah, I think we'll have a pretty good outcome here. So we're actually coming up to where I can get on plane right here. So I think we'll go ahead and do a couple hole shots. Maybe just one if we get a good shot. I'll trim all the way down. Go ahead and let my Simrad calculate where we're at. All right, so obviously we can't hole shot from 0. Because I have to have the boat in gear. So I'm going to try to turn a little bit so my head's kind of blocking the glare of the sun, and we will hole shot from, like, say 2.7, 2.8 mile an hour. All right, so going on a hole shot right now. And we're playing. This is trimmed all the way down at 29, 6,000 RPMs. This is 6,000 RPMs at 31.9 mile an hour. So about 32. 6,000 RPMs, just under 32 miles an hour. All right, so honestly, it's gonna be very hard to sit there and stay on plane at say 3,000 RPMs and then 5,000 RPMs and then 6,000 RPMs. So just now what we did is we did 6,000 RPMs and we were sitting just below 32 miles an hour, okay? So this time I'm gonna trim up as high as I can get without blowing out. So probably, from my experience with this prop already, probably about 6,300 RPMs, and we'll see what our speed is, and I'll show you my RPMs as well. So this will be max speed for this prop. So let's go ahead and, we'll just go ahead and get on plane over this little bit of chop here. That at full speed, so we're gonna go ahead and turn around and we'll throw that 4-blade on there. But yeah, let's do a little run just for the hell of it, right? I'm going against the wind right now, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, so that was testing with the SRA3 blade, Powertech, and that's a 14 pitch. We're gonna go ahead and trim up. So we can swap that prop out for the Powertech 4-blade, SRA4. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Alright, so only a few things you really need here. You don't know those pliers to get that cotter pin off. Very simple. I say that and watch it take me like 5 minutes to get it off. Alright, old cotter pin is out. We're gonna throw that away. I never reuse cotter pins, just a means of caution. Go ahead and break that bolt loose. Nut loose, I should say. Castle nut. So there is the SRA3, as you can see. Has a little bit of cupping as well, just like the SRA4 is going to have. So weight wise, honestly it's hard to say. This one's probably a pound heavier if I had to guess from that extra blade. So honestly, we have about the same clearance on the anode with the SRA4. Man, I'll tell you what, this one looks pretty badass though. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, that's a nice setup, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I like it.
Thank you.
You went out too quick. You just went out for a few
Well,
minutes.
I'm doing some prop testing. Yeah, so I'm testing a couple different props, trying to dial in right, and I want better hole shot, so get up on plane faster.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm trying a 4-blade right now, so I'm gonna take it back out for about 20 minutes, and then I was fishing like 8 hours yesterday, so I can't complain, right?
No, not at all. But shit, if you're out, might as well keep enjoying it, right?
Yeah, I didn't even bring any fishing rods with me. If I like it enough, I might just keep running it for a little bit while I'm out there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you set it up you did a good job.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You set it up yourself, or?
Yeah, I did. Well, I had Custom Gheenoe built the boat, and then I just kind of designed it the way I wanted to. So they did a really good job. They're out of Titusville on the other coast. Yeah, and you can get them like, some of them you can get really cheap. Like they have like a high sider, which is narrow. It's kind of bare bones, and then they go all the way up to like a Super 18, which is bigger than this. And those can get up on like, this is a 16 footer.
Not bad.
So this is an LT25 if you ever look them up. Okay. So if you go on Custom Gheenoe's website,
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. It's great for what I do, because I do a lot of flats fishing. I really don't do a lot of bass fishing, but it still does pretty good on bass fishing too. Yeah. All right, so the park ranger here was admiring my Gheenoe LT25, which I probably should have mentioned. This motor is on an LT25. This is a Custom Gheenoe LT25. It's not real bare bones, but it's not like, doesn't have controls and all that. It's just tiller driven. I sit back here on the seat, and then on the cooler seat, and then sometimes if my wife's with me, she'll ride here, or if my dad's with me, he'll typically ride here. So and we got a live well inside, so we do get some weight in this boat. And little boats are sensitive to weight. That's why I want to try the 3-blade or 4-blade before I call it a day with the 3-blade, because I am pretty happy with the 3-blade. But I just wanted to see, you know, just kind of curious. So I gotta say, that 4-blade does look pretty sweet on there. So let's give it a run. All right, so we got the 4-blade on. Let's, honestly, I say fingers crossed, but I like the 3-blade performance. So worst case scenario, I keep the 3-blade, I send back the 4-blade, but I just have I have a good feeling that this 4-blade is gonna perform well. I ran an SRA3 13 pitch, and it performed very well. Even the hole shot was significantly better than the 14 blade or 14 pitch, but I was on the rev limiter pretty quickly, and I think I was doing like maybe 32 at the red line. So yeah, we'll see, you know. Safety lanyard intact in case she does 50. Yeah, right. So all right, guys, well, we will get out there and we'll do the same thing. I'll do a hole shot, and then I'll do a run at 6,000 RPM just like last time, and then I'll do a top speed and top RPMs. So all right, so I believe we were doing like 2.7 mile an hour at idle with the 3-blade. So I'll go ahead and trim down all the way, let her get down to idle. I'll actually throw it out of gear. It'll slow down a lot faster. So there's 2.5. So there's, let's see, 2.67 is where we want. So, all right, and let's go. And we're playing. Trimmed all the way down. We're doing 28.4, and RPMs are at 5,300, trimmed all the way down. So we will go ahead and trim up to 6,000 and see where we're sitting. 6,000 RPM, we're doing 31.7. So honestly, not that far off. So let's go ahead and see how high up we can go. We are at the rev limiter at 34. Okay, so just gonna go ahead and pop it into neutral right here so I can talk to you guys for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, whole shot was definitely a little better. Planed a little bit quicker at a lower speed, and then honestly the biggest thing for me was that at 6,000 RPMs I was doing like easily over 32, right? And then it climbed up to 33, and for a minute there I'm pretty sure I saw it hit 34. So the biggest thing for me is that I was able to get up on plane faster, obviously, and surprisingly my speed was actually better. I was not expecting that, honestly. I was expecting speed to be about the same, if not maybe a mile an hour less, at the same RPMs, which in theory, because it's a smaller pitch prop than the 14 blade, this is a 13 blade, so in theory if I'm getting the same speeds at the same RPMs, I'm actually getting less slip with this 4 blade. The only negative I've noticed so far is that there's a little prop chatter at idle, which isn't a big deal because honestly I don't idle a whole lot. Even when we go to the river, I'm at idle, but I just give it a tiny bit of gas, so I'm doing more like 4 miles an hour instead of 3 miles an hour, so it doesn't take us an hour to get to the springs, right? So yeah, this boat doesn't put off much wake, so I don't really feel bad about that. So you look right there, you can hear a little bit of prop chatter, but as soon as I give it a little bit of gas, hopefully you guys could hear that, but a little bit of gas, and it went away. So I don't know, I'm honestly super stoked right now. Like, I feel like I can sell the 13 pitch or 14 pitch 3 blade way easier than I can sell a 4 blade, because I think that a lot of people on smaller horsepower motors are deterred against running 4 blades because they think they don't have the power. But if you have a light boat, I feel like you can definitely benefit from a 4 blade. I know a lot of people think that 4 blades benefit on a heavier boat because you have more thrust, you have 25% more torque and things like that, but in all reality it really just boils down to the boat you throw it on and the water conditions. And today we're running in the exact same conditions, exact same boat, exact same weight, so like pretty scientific research here, right? That's the only thing, is that little bit of prop chatter, which I can totally deal with. If I can run 30 plus with 2 people on the boat, I can do that with the 14 pitch, but it's like I'm kind of like at the point where I'm bouncing off the rev limiter because it's slipping so much. If I can get there with the 4 blade and be able to hold like say 31 mile an hour with 2 people, I would be super stoked. We won't know that until we do further research and testing, but today we're solo, and solo I'm gonna say 4 blade all the way. So the 3 blade's going up for sale. So, and like I said, don't take this as the gospel, because every situation is different, every boat's different, every motor's different. Tohatsu's 25 and 30 horsepower are the exact same weight, so a lot of guys run 1 pitch lower on the 25 horsepowers, which I'm sure there's a million more people running the 25s than the 30s on these, but the 30 weighs the same as the 25, so like why wouldn't you get the extra power, especially if you run like me where you run 2 or 3 adults at a time. And hole shot makes a difference when you're fishing the flats. You got to basically find a little hole to get up on plane and then just take off. So all right guys, I know we haven't really been posting many videos lately. Life has been just a wild ride this year so far, and yeah, but everything's good, everything's well, and we're getting through it all, and just honestly just trying to have fun and enjoy our lives without always stressing about making videos. But like when I can make educational videos like this, or memorial videos where I can look back and remember things, it benefits me as well. So it benefits you, it benefits me. So thanks for watching, peace, stay safe, and wear your kill switch, lanyard thing, whatever this thing's called. All right, peace guys.